Okay, picture this. You wake up, immediately grab your phone, and scroll through memes before you have even remembered your own name. Your phone knows your schedule, your face, and, let us be honest, probably your deepest fears. Welcome to the intersection of technology and psychology, where Siri is your therapist, your smartwatch knows when you are lying about taking the stairs, and the biggest mystery is how autocorrect still cannot spell your friend's name after 5 years. If you have ever wondered whether your phone is listening to your thoughts, congratulations, you are not crazy. You are just living in 2025. The intersection of technology and psychology is not some boring four-way stop with a broken traffic light. It is a full-on roundabout with cars, electric scooters, and a couple of rogue Roombas all trying to get somewhere. But seriously, our brains are wired for connection, and technology is the giant plug socket that everyone cannot stop poking. Let us break down what is happening inside your skull when you stare at a screen for 9 hours, how technology is hacking your happiness, and what you can do to keep your brain from becoming as fried as your phone battery at 3%. First off, let us talk about the dopamine roller coaster that is your social media feed. Every like, share, and comment sets off a tiny chemical firework in your brain, and you start chasing those micro rewards like a lab rat in designer sneakers. There are studies out of Stanford and Harvard that basically say your brain treats a Twitter notification almost the same as a slot machine jackpot, minus the free buffet. That is why you keep pulling to refresh, hoping for something new and shiny, even if it is just a picture of your cousin's lunch. Psychologists call this a variable reward schedule, and it is the same trick casinos use to keep people glued to slot machines. Technology companies? They know this. They hire literal psychologists to make apps so sticky you could use them to hang your family photos on the wall. If you have ever found yourself falling into a TikTok wormhole and emerging 3 hours later having learned nothing except how to make whipped coffee, that is not an accident. It is design, it is engineering, it is the psychological Olympics, and you are the unwitting gymnast flipping from app to app without even knowing you are doing it. But wait, there is more. Technology is not just changing what you pay attention to, it is changing how you pay attention. Let us talk about the attention span apocalypse. Research from Microsoft suggests that the average human attention span is now officially shorter than that of a goldfish. Goldfish are at about 9 seconds. Humans? 8. We are losing to literal fish. And it is not just about entertainment either. Technology is making us multitask, or at least believe we can. Spoiler alert, most of us are terrible at it. According to a study from Stanford University, people who multitask with digital devices perform worse on memory tasks and take longer to switch between tasks than those who focus on one thing at a time. So, yes, your brain is not a high powered supercomputer. It is more like a browser with too many tabs open, some of them playing music from somewhere you cannot find. Now, let us go even deeper. Technology is not just messing with your mind, it is changing your mind. Literally. Brain scans show that heavy tech users have different neural patterns than people who do not spend half their day doom scrolling. Neuroplasticity, which is just a fancy word for your brain's ability to change and adapt, means your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your habits. Spend all day skimming headlines? Your brain will get really good at skimming and really bad at reading books longer than a cereal box. Spend all day snapping selfies? Your brain will start prioritizing your own face, like you are starring in a movie called The Life of Me, also me, starring me, directed by me. If you feel like you cannot remember anything unless it is stored in your phone, congratulations again. You are not losing your mind. You are just outsourcing your memory. Psychologists call it cognitive offloading, and it is like having a very unreliable external hard drive that sometimes autocorrects your own mother's name to something weird. So is it all doom, gloom, and memes about existential dread? No way. There is good news at this intersection. Technology can also be your brain's best friend. Apps for meditation, therapy, and even mood tracking are helping millions manage stress, anxiety, and mental health. There is evidence from the American Psychological Association that guided meditation apps can lower stress hormones and improve focus. Virtual therapy sessions can connect you with professionals from anywhere, so you can literally get help in your pajamas while holding a sandwich. Wearables can even nudge you to breathe, walk, or get more sleep, which is probably more attention than your own family gives you. But before you nominate your smartwatch for Parent of the Year, let us get practical about how to keep tech as your sidekick instead of your villain. Here are some quick, psychologist approved hacks you can use right now. First, set boundaries. Use apps that limit your screen time or lock you out after a certain hour. When you see that you have spent 6 hours on TikTok today notification, do not ignore it. That is your brain's way of sending a smoke signal. Second, try single tasking. Close those extra tabs, put your phone out of sight, and focus on one thing for 20 minutes. You will feel like a productivity wizard from the land of mythical creatures called people who get things done. Third, take digital breaks. Go outside, touch grass, talk to an actual human. Your brain will thank you, and so will your vitamin D levels. And if you really want to flex your brain, read a book with actual pages, not just a screen. That is the cognitive equivalent of taking your brain to the gym and making it do burpees. Here is something wild. Your phone is a psychologist, a motivator, a memory keeper, and a nagging parent, all rolled into one glass rectangle. There is even a phenomenon called phantom vibration syndrome, where you feel your phone buzzing even when it is not. Yes, your brain is now so trained by technology that it invents notifications when it gets bored. Who knew anxiety could come with imaginary phone calls? It gets weirder. Ever wondered why you look better in selfies than in real life? That is technology hacking your perception with filters, angles, and just the right amount of artificial lighting. It is not just making you look good, it is shaping how you think about yourself. There is research showing that social media can affect self-esteem, body image, and even your sense of belonging. When people post a photo and wait for likes, their brain is literally craving social approval, which is a deeply human thing, just delivered in digital form. Do you remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Food, water, Wi-Fi, and the right emoji for every situation. Let us not forget the flip side. Technology can also make you feel more alone in a crowded digital room. Social media is like a giant party where everyone is showing off their highlight reels, and you are in the corner wondering if you are the only one who forgot to brush their hair. Psychologists call it social comparison, and it can make even the most confident person feel like a potato in a room full of French fries. That is why it is so important to remember that what you see online is curated, filtered, and sometimes completely fake. If you find yourself feeling down after scrolling, that is your brain's way of asking for a reality check, not another trip down the Instagram rabbit hole. Let us flip it around again. Technology is giving psychologists amazing tools to help people on a scale never seen before. Online support groups, chatbots that offer basic therapy, and even AI-powered mood prediction tools are making mental health support more accessible. There are experiments with VR therapy for phobias, PTSD, and even pain management. Imagine overcoming your fear of spiders by fighting a virtual tarantula in your living room, or facing your fear of public speaking in front of a virtual audience of digital pigeons wearing tiny hats. That is the future, and it is already here. But let us get real. The intersection of technology and psychology is not just about new gadgets and cool apps. It is about how you use technology to shape your habits, boost your well-being, and build real connections. The next time you are tempted to scroll endlessly, remember that your brain is not a smartphone. It is more like an old rotary phone. Reliable, a little slow, but incredibly powerful if you actually pick it up and use it right. Your attention is currency, and every app, ad, and alert is fighting to spend it. Be choosy. Be intentional. Use technology like you would use a power tool, with a little caution, some respect, and preferably not at 3 a.m. when you are half asleep and convinced that you need a miniature air fryer from a late-night ad. In summary, technology and psychology are not just crossing paths. They are riding tandem bikes through your daily life, sometimes heading for the sunset, sometimes swerving into a pothole. The key is to steer with intention, know when to put the phone down, and occasionally remember that real life is not lived on a screen, but in messy, beautiful, and sometimes awkward moments with actual people. If you have laughed, learned, or realized, you are definitely not the only one who forgets why you opened your phone every 2 minutes. Give yourself a high five. Share your own hilarious tech psychology fails in the comments, and let us all celebrate being gloriously human in a digital world. For more fast, funny, and genius level wisdom delivered straight to your eyeballs at the speed of laughter, make sure you subscribe to XQ, Quick, Funny Explanations, the channel where brains, bots, and belly laughs come standard. Catch you next time, unless you are already stuck in a TikTok loop, in which case, send snacks.